Vox, we've been using the Baccarat theme as our own theme for quite a while now, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. It works pretty well, right?
Does, but you know, you know, listen, I have an idea.
Idea? Do you want to change it?
Not just change it. What if we had our own theme?
Our own theme? That'd be awesome. Oh man, but when do you think we should get one?
How about right now?
Right now?
Yeah, come on, let's get on stage. Live in front of an internet audience, it's the Vox Off Show starring Voxandra and tonight's guest, Saralene. God bless the wheel, because it's a salty sesh. Submit your questions for the Q&A, featuring Winamp and the Press Play Band. I'm Chair G Tables, and it's time to Vox Off!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vox Off Show. I am your host, Voxandra, and as always, right behind me is my wonderful co-host. You know them, you love them, Chair G Table.
Oh, well, you might say everyone loves me, and I'm that cool, but that music is so good.
It's good. That's right, everyone. We have our own brand new theme song played to you right now by Winamp and the Press Play Band. Give it up for Winamp and the Press Play. You'll get a pause
Yeah.
in chat for Winamp and the Press Play Band. Good Lord. Listen to that. Listen to that. Amazing, amazing song. Yo, Chair.
Yeah.
You want to play one more time?
Yes.
Woo! Let's hit it. Okay, there we go. This is our new theme song by Petty Panol, who you can find over at twitter.com/pettypanol. Link in chat right now for those of you watching live. We are very, very excited for it. We absolutely love it. And it's wonderful. We've been itching to get this going out here. So I think it suits us pretty well, doesn't it, Chair?
Yes.
You know what else suits us, Chair?
Yeah.
Having
what
a
else?
wonderful, wonderful guest such as Saralene tonight.
Yes.
That's right, localizer, programmer of XSEED, friend of the channel. Saralene will be here to talk about Ys and some other things too, but I'm pretty much going to grill her about Ys, I think. Well, should I say, Chair, we're going to grill you about playing Ys.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be my chance to seduce the one involved in Ys 1. And you know what I gotta do? I gotta be the one to show that I am a master at Ys 1.
That is true. There is going to be a little challenge for Chair later involving Ys 1 for the Sega Master System. Is this the redemption arc of Will Chair PB?
Yes, this is going to be it. Listen. This is like a money match. It's either I win and then seduction success, or I fail and
success.
and
You have a very odd choice of words here sometimes, Chair. I don't know about that one. But I do know a few things I need to let the audience know, Chair. That's right. Everyone, alerts will be off for the duration of the show, but will be acknowledged at the end of the show where we will give you all our heartfelt thanks for it. Also remember, there will be a Q&A section towards the end of the show, and you can submit your questions over with the exclamation point QA command in chat. There's a link right there now. You can click a little form right there where you can submit a question to me. You can submit a question to Chair. You can submit a question to our guest, or any combination of
Oh.
these three people. That's right. You could ask a question just for me and Sarah, and you don't want to know Chair's answer. Or maybe you already know Chair's answer, but you don't know ours. Or a different combination of people. Maybe you want to exclude me. You're like, I don't fucking care what Vox wants. I want to know about Chair and the guest. That sounds way more exciting. Like, all right, fine. I'll chill here while the question happens. That's okay. I can live with it. Listen, maybe you want to know what Chair's second favorite ice cream flavor is. Not the first, but only the second. Yeah, the second, Chair. Like, not your first. Not even your third, but your second. Don't tell them, though. They have to ask it if they want to find out. We're not just going to give up that information for free. All right, everyone. You might notice we're here at a new time slot. That's right. This is the new Thursday night Vox Off show. No longer are we Sunday evening night-ish going on there, kind of dancing on the cusp of the end of the evening. No, Chair. We're a night show now.
Night.
Yeah. We're a 10 p.m. Eastern night show on Thursday nights. Imagine that.
That actually gives me time to eat now.
Not gonna show up hungry anymore. I don't know. You had like a billion chicken nuggets on the table before. Jeez. You know how much we're gonna have to clean our D&D table now before the next session when you just dumped all your nugs on it? And
yes.
Did you eat like 10 nugs in half and just left them there?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
That's like for my midday snack,
You eat half now and then you leave half later for your midday snack. Why don't you just eat the whole nuggets and leave the other nuggets whole?
Well, it's too, listen.
No, listen, Chair. You listen to the fact that we have an amazing show for everyone tonight. It's too late. It's over. You don't get to tell them. Only I get to tell them that we have a wonderful show tonight. Saralene is here. The salty session is ready to spice up your night. Will Chair get a personal best? Man, we got things for you to bet those channel points on tonight here on the Vox Off Show. But first, we gotta talk about our week, Chair. See you over there.
Hi, this is Saralene from twitch.tv/Saralene, and you're watching the Vox Off Show with Voxandra and Chair G Tables. I hope you have a great time.
Guess I'll die. Can I get a big shout outs to Sonic 06?
Frost Walrus?
Immediately interrupted me with that one. Jeez. Frost Walrus, he's not just a big dude. He's got a big heart. Chair G Tables, how have you been?
Listen. Oh, no, a lot of things happened this week, but while you were gone, guess what I actually did?
What'd you actually do?
You were there! Alright, let me explain something. Okay. Alright, so, one of my favorite Sega Naomi fighting games is called Project Justice, aka Rival Schools 2. And you're very well aware on who the worst character is there. Like, just like Roll, she has her own tier.
That's true. The worst character is Chairperson. Wait, I remember. Because she has no combos into special into super, so you can only use her super meter for the team thing, and that's it. She has very low damage output, and I think she has low priority on moves as well.
Yeah, she does.
Like her
She
normal
has
Sunoco?
low break. And the worst part is, if you most of her special moves, if they land, you can get punished for it because their hit stun it finishes faster before you finish your
Unsafe
animation.
on hit. SMH.
Yeah, imagine. Oh,
I can't believe a chair is bottom tier.
no, I listen. That only means I'm a top tier player.
No, you play a bottom tier, so you're a bottom player.
No, well, I'm a top SMH. All right, well, listen.
How far did you
So,
So,
I
So.
I got to grand finals and
grand finals.
and I started the match. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna win this tournament using chairperson. And then I got bodied. I'm like, okay. I have to. I gotta play for real. And I played for real. And then there was this one moment where I was 1 pixel of health. Because I was in the loser side. I was 1 pixel of health away from dying, and he had like more than half of his HP still up. I'm like, can I make this back? And I actually did. I made the miracle.
A miracle 1 pixel comeback to reset the bracket in grand finals?
Yeah, I resetted the bracket, and I was like, phew, that was so close.
It was really tense. Yeah, that was intense.
And then the bracket reset, and then I got to game point. I'm like, can I actually redeem myself? All I have to do is just win this one match, and then it's like after each match, like you select your character. Like I was just hovering there for quite a while, and before the last second timer like ticks to finish, I switched over to chairperson, and I think he got so used to on a zoner versus zoner fight that he got caught off guard with me having to play as chairperson. I think it just messed him up. And I won and I finished the tournament using the worst character in the game.
Nice. Very nice. That was very exciting. I was when it got to the final round and you said out loud, "What's the score?" I was like, I know what Chair's going to do. Oh, that little shit. I know exactly what they're going to do. You switched to chairperson. I was just like, man, this is either going to be hilarious or you're going to lose, and I'm going to get so upset for you for like throwing the goddamn game.
Listen, I was surprised too, but I really think he got so used to the patient gameplay that he just didn't know what to do.
That's pretty hilarious, though. But congratulations on winning grand finals there. That's a lot. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was. Listen, my hands were shaking a lot actually after that. It was scary.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
How
about you, Vox?
I've had some big things happen since the last Vox Off show. We have debuted our new show, Dice Tubers.
Oh yeah!
Which is the D&D campaign that's hosted here at twitch.tv/Voxandra on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, where I have my friends, Jin Kitsu, Olivia Crowley, as well as Dice Queen D, play a D&D 5th edition campaign DM'd by my very own brother, Lou. It is a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed getting back into D&D because I haven't played in a campaign in such a long time, and it's so much fun to finally get back into it.
Yeah.
I'm also.
It sounds like you guys were having fun. Like I watched a bit of it, and that was cool.
I get so into it, man. Especially playing the Edgelord Warlock, Clarit Lotus, who only wants to end the lives of the Crimson Wizards. Her vendetta against them is only outmatched by her thirst to pay them back for the sins of her bloodline, etc., etc.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. But yeah, I've been really getting really into it. We're doing 2 sessions so far out of the 6 that we have planned for this specific story, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm just glad to get back into it because like it's been years since I've played, and I love it. The other things I did was I made a tier list in Romancing Saga Reuniverse chair.
Oh yeah, you did a stream.
It is. It is the tier list of who'd I'd smooch. And so I put this tier list out about who I'd marry and who I'd smooch and who I wouldn't. And there was posts where people were saying things like, this tier list is bad, or they think this character's bad, or they don't know this game or anything. And it's really funny, people making comments like that when it says right on there, just like, who'd I'd marry? And they're treating it like it's like an actual tier list or something. To be fair, I did call it the definitive tier list, and I posted it onto a subreddit with the definitive tier list of Romancing Saga Reuniverse. But I think some people didn't get the joke, which was pretty funny. I was thoroughly entertained by that.
Yeah.
And then I did what else did I do? Oh, I played that Super Mario World ROM hack. That was that people made by memory. Like they just recreated the ROM hack by memory, which was hilarious.
Wait, by memory? They just did it as like, I think it goes like this, and they just
yes. Everything is slightly off, and it's really unsettling. And then the music is off too, because they had to make the music by memory.
Oh.
I really want you to stream this chair. I think it would be a lot of fun. Dot Level also streamed it, and it's been great. Like, you gotta do it.
Oh, but is it better than Fancy Brothers?
Listen, not much can compare to Fancy Brothers, but I think this comes close, I dare say. Also, chat, no persuasion roll would ever get Chair to play D&D. Like, well, maybe you'd play D&D. I don't think you'd play D&D.
What? Remember I said I played D&D before you got back to D&D?
Oh, well... Listen. Do you want to play D&D, Chair?
Which D&D arcade? Which beat 'em up?
Exactly. I think that proves my point. Yeah, other than that, I replayed Lagoon on the Sharp 68000, which I love. A East knockoff. Unlike the inferior Super Nintendo version. And that was just fun. Had a good idea. That was good. I had a good time.
Which game is it?
Lagoon.
Oh, wait. How hard is it to get?
All right, do you remember the Super Nintendo Lagoon game where you swing your sword? It's the tiniest hitbox ever for the sword.
Yeah. Is the Sharp version actually good?
It's actually bump combat.
Oh!
It's an East knockoff with bump combat, but the Super Nintendo version, they changed it to a sword swing and made the sword really, really tiny. Little tiny sword.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. It's really difficult because like you'll tap forward and you'll walk more than the distance of your sword. So you'll bump into the enemy and get knocked back. Like it's really hard to line yourself up. It's ridiculous. But the original is actually pretty fun. It's bump combat. There's a point in the game where the villain sends someone a letter to give to you, and the letter's just like, you'll never be strong enough. You blow. Go home. Signed, the villain. You're just like, what? I'm just like, that's great. I love just the cartoonish villain that's like, you're walking in town and someone walks by and they're just like, oh, hey, someone said to hand this letter to you if I saw you. And then you open it and it's just like the person saying, LeMayo, you blow, while like sticking their tongue out at you. You're like, what?
That's a homie right there.
Homie villain? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that kind of covers all that I did. You know?
Yeah.
But you know what I want to do? We gotta get our guest on here because normally we would do the Can You PB before the guest appears, but I think it's gonna be important that she's around for this.
Oh yeah, definitely yes.
So everyone, our guest tonight is my friend Saralene, who is the localizer of East One Chronicles, a localizing programmer of XSEED. And as I said, friend of the channel. And if you she is also a streamer and recently became a VTuber chair. It's very, very exciting. And we have a quick clip over here.
Oh. What? But... They're not even bad.
Welcome to the Vox Off Show, Saralene.
It's great to be here.
It is great to have you here. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I am fantastic. A certain someone over across the room is a little uppity right now because they decided to sleep all day. They slept like 2 hours past treat time. They slept
Oh, you're talking about Kingston.
like 6 hours past dinner time.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I wouldn't mind if you give me food.
All right, oh, it's 7 p.m. It's treat time. Treat time for Chair. Hold on, I gotta go feed the Chair G tables. Chair's just like sitting on the floor by a bowl like a gremlin, like, hey, where's my treat?
Oh man.
I need my X-chicken. No, Kingston slept through dinner time and everything. So I made Kingston dinner to eat, and then I'm like, I'll give him his treats after the show. Give him time to eat his dinner. But now he's just like, treats? Excuse me, treats? Where's my treats? Do we have treats? We get some Voxan treats in chat to help simulate the experience of Kingston wanting his treats.
Oh,
Come to think of it, treats sound nice.
yeah. Can you do a treat feeding session to all three of us? Me, Kingston, and
So, Chair, what you're saying is to appeal to the Twitch audience, you want me on stream to be feeding both of you two.
yes.
So, Sarah, I first heard of you as the localizer of one of my favorite games, East One Chronicles. And that's how I found out through our mutual friend, Dan Video Games of gigaboots.com, of you, and that Dan actually knew you.
Yeah, I've actually known Dan for a long time. It was before I even worked for XSEED. That was back when I was working for Rockin' Android, actually.
Oh, goodness. How long ago was that?
It feels like a lifetime ago, to be honest.
The passage of time. Getting older. You know, I can't say that I'm a fan of that.
No.
At least I age beautifully. I don't look a day over. I was gonna say like how old my VTuber is, but it was gonna be a VTuber joke. It was going to be a VTuber joke. I kind of lost track of it. But listen, I love Ys, and what the first thing I wanted to ask was, did you like what came first? You localizing Ys 1 or you being a fan of Ys 1?
To be honest, I hadn't played an Ys game at all when I first joined XSEED, but when I first... It's true. When I first got on board, I was to work on Oath in Felghana, and I immediately played through Oath in Felghana and also the SNES version of Ys 3, and I immediately knew that I loved Ys. Like, there was no question about it.
We had a similar experience then. A friend suggested once that I start getting into Ys and played I think Oath of Felgana first is what I did. And then as soon as I played it, it's done. Over. I went and played Ys 1 and 2, and then I played Origin, and then I played 6, and then it was then I had to play 7, and then I'm well, now I got to go back, and I'm going to play every single version of Ys 1. And I decided for some reason to play every original version of Ys 1 and Ys 2. And then I played Ys 3, and then I had to play both versions of Ys 4. And then eventually Memories of Celceta came out on Steam, so then I played Celceta, and then I didn't and then I played 8 when it came out eventually, and just oh my god, I dove into Ys so hard. Oh yeah, and 5, can't forget, I played 5, a translation of 5 at the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, definitely similar to my experience. I just immediately knew.
So, what was it like localizing a game?
Well, in general, localizing games is an art form, honestly. There's a lot of different approaches. Every game has different needs and everything. With Ys in particular, there is... Well, Ys 1 and 2 are obviously very old games. Ys Chronicles, the games are built on this old code base of the PC version Ys Eternal, which in turn, became Ys Complete. I was working on code so old when I was working on Ys Chronicles. But in general, localizing games, you learn a lot of interesting things about how people in Japan write, whether it's their script, their code, all of that stuff.
Wait, their code? Oh.
That's interesting.
Yes, believe it or not, games are made with code.
Yeah, are they?
Please explain that to Chair. Maybe then Chair will code faster.
No,
and Hazuki
okay,
dies
listen,
will
I
finally
was
be
more
finished.
wait, can we localize code? I have to know.
Well, I wouldn't
now.
recommend it. Believe it or not, most Japanese programmers mostly write function names and variable names in English, but sometimes it's Romaji.
Ah.
They don't use actual Japanese symbols except in the comments.
So then, what would be a good example of the differences, would you say? Let's use Ys 1 Chronicles for an example, the difference in writing of Japanese games compared to American ones.
Well, in general, it felt like Ys Chronicles had, well, frankly, simpler writing, but it also had a lot more of it. There's so much text in there that you would not expect to see under normal gameplay circumstances. They basically thought of everything. And when it comes to the code itself, it's interesting because there's 3 different generations of code in there, and they're all quite different. And I can't talk about much of the specifics of that, but it's very interesting, actually.
Huh. And then what about what about the story aspect though? Aside from the code.
I feel like in the story aspect, as far as Ys goes, it was a simpler time. A lot of the dialogue is much more to the point, but the general grand gist of the story, I feel like they were inspired by a lot of the media of the time. And Falcom in general, they're a big fan of that sort of thing. Trails in the Sky is basically based on old Ghibli movies and all that. They took a lot of inspirations like that, and it really shows in the script too. There's just a very distinct writing style that I think you find in a lot of games from the late 80s like that.
The thing I always loved about Ys 1 and 2, and I would say especially in the TurboGrafx version, PC Engine, is how much it felt like I was playing a old fantasy book on tape. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely does make sense, and I feel like fantasy stories in general were a big inspiration for Ys, which isn't a huge surprise, of course.
No.
Falcom worked on a lot of games in that kind of wheelhouse for quite a while.
I actually have not played any of the others. East is pretty much the only series I think I've played from Falcom. Like, Trails I've never played a single one from. But apparently that was the big one that really got you into it.
Yeah, although, if you want to try getting into something else, I think something most accessible would be the PC Engine version of The Legend of Heroes 1.
Ah. How many hours is that one? I always hear all the Trails games are like 50 billion hours.
It's not that long, but it is an RPG.
Well, of course. I just, every now and then, an urge will strike me, and then my stream is held hostage for 2 weeks, like what happened with Disgaea 5.
Oh, yeah.
Disgaea 5
Disgaea.
literally held my stream hostage for 2 weeks. I'm like,
That would
we're not
hold
pulling this
everyone's
car
stream
over.
hostage.
We're not stopping until Carnage Bale is dead. Don't make me turn this car around. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think it was Trails that you were the big fan of first, before you went to XSEED, or?
No, I really honestly hadn't played any Falcom games. I'm ashamed to say it, but I hadn't.
What?
What's not that surprising, Chair? I mean,
We
start...
can be friends then.
Wait, how does that work?
Listen. I have so many friends that love the Falcom games, but I haven't even played.
Wait, how does that compare to the fact that Sarah wasn't a fan of them until she started working for XSEED and working on the games, and then realized how much she loved them?
Because listen, it's not about who you are now, it's about the journey.
The journey that you will be taking?
Maybe. Listen. Well, listen. I listen to Trails in the Sky like every other day, and his music every other day, and I'm like, eventually this will have to happen. Eventually.
Just listening to the OST constantly as every single one of your friends tells you to play the game, and then you just listen to the music in the car and then don't play it.
Yes, exactly.
So, I understand where you're coming from, Chair. I still don't quite get how that applies to what Sarah's talking about. But thank you for your input, Chair. As always, it is greatly appreciated. We appreciate you. I'm just waiting for Chair to say I like food. I'm just waiting for it.
Well,
I'm
listen.
just waiting for it.
I like Estel Preto from the Trails in the Sky.
I bet you don't even know who they are. I bet you just looked at them and then said, cute character.
Oh, listen, she has twin tails and she has a bright personality, just like her last name.
Wait, what was her last name?
Twin-tails, you say?
Twin-tails?
Yeah.
Like a certain someone we know?
What's a twin tail?
I'm not sure. I think it's something to do with hair.
Yeah.
Sarah, I'm going to cut you off right here. Chair will never get that you're talking about yourself right now. Chair will never piece that together.
Oh!
Chair will never piece that together. We could be here for an hour. Chair would not figure out that that's what you meant. It would never happen. But like the other part of your hair, we love them anyway.
Listen, someone could be out here talking about their cool, the wings that they spread in order to pursue their dreams, and then all on my mind is chicken wings.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, what's your favorite East game?
My favorite East game? Gosh.
Mm-hmm. You have to pick one.
I suppose I would say East 2, honestly. But it's pretty close.
Ooh. Which version?
Which version do you think? Plus, of course.
Plus? Wait, shit, which one was Plus? That's not the DS one, is it?
No.
Okay, I thought you were making a joke or something. You know, the one that doesn't exist.
East Chronicles Plus.
Oh, Chronicles Plus. Oh, I always, in my head, I always refer to it as Chronicles, so. Well, my favorite version, this is how I cheat everyone. My favorite version is Ys 1 and 2 for the PC Engine and Turbo Graphics.
Are you sure it's not the DS version?
I don't know what that is, Chair. That never happened.
The DS version.
Nope, that never happened. Turbo
The
Graphics.
DS version.
Turbo Graphics.
The DOS version.
Ooh, DOS 1 is a banger that I sometimes torture my viewers with. That does happen from time to time. Hey, that's got cool strats where if you walk against a wall halfway, you don't move, you get stuck on the wall, but it still counts as you moving forward. So when enemies come at you down the hallway, they automatically get hit. And there's places where you can just hold up on the keyboard and do that, and they keep spawning into you, and then you get max level really quickly.
Clearly, it's a feature.
Obviously, that's what makes the DOS version so good. Well, this is a lot of talk about Ys 1, which means I think we need to get to a little special thing that we do here on the channel, Sarah, that I think you are going to enjoy seeing.
Well,
Chair
I'm certainly looking forward to this.
is going to speed run Ys 1 for all of you, but the real question is, will Chair PB? Let us move on over right now. Over here, whoosh. Very quickly.
Immediate.
Get that peanut butter chair.
Immediately.
Yeah.
All right, let's get that beautiful music as we get to the title screen. Here's how this goes. Let me go ahead and get a prediction up here. Now, Chair, tell us what your personal best is for speedrunning Ys 1.
It's like
Sega
roughly
Master System.
24 seconds.
Roughly?
Yeah.
What's the exact number?
I forgot.
You forgot. Alright, we are gonna I'm gonna do a 2-minute prediction here, starting now. It's not gonna be if Chair can PB, even though it says PB. Chair is going to try to be 24.5 seconds.
Okay.
That is the time.
Yeah.
That's ever so slightly slower than Chair's PB, so that Chair has a better chance to go for it. You are gonna bet your channel points. Now keep in mind, the speed run's less than 30 seconds. Chair has 5 minutes to do it. That's right, this is a 5-minute timer to see if Chair can do this. So Chair has quite a few attempts this time, I dare say. Chair, how confident are you feeling about this?
70% confident plus well I was eating chicken, so I'll put 10 plus 10%.
Oh, Chair was eating chicken. Interesting. Sarah, have you ever played this version of Ys?
Only a little.
Have you ever beaten this version in less than 30 seconds?
No.
Are you curious how Chair will do it in less than 30 seconds?
Yes, but I'm sure there's any number of things that could prevent him from managing.
That is true. So, would you say this is your favorite rendition of the title theme of Ys 1?
Am I on the record here?
Maybe a little bit. Just a little on the record, maybe?
No.
No. My goodness. Chair, is this your favorite? Oh, right. This is the only version of Ys 1 you've ever played.
Yes. This is my favorite because it's the shortest.
Can you believe
Shameful.
this? Can you believe this?
Shame.
All right, it looks like the bets are closing out, and Chair, about 95,000 points are saying that you will beat 24.5 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
And about
Yowza.
29,000 are saying that you won't.
Listen, this run doesn't have woman insurance, so if I bump into the woman, I'm sorry, but the run dies.
That's 11 people betting for you, 8 people voting against you. Chair, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I will count you down. The 5-minute timer starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right.
So everyone,
Well,
you will notice that Chair has a timer in the top right. That is the timer of the run, while the timer in the bottom middle of your screen is the
woman
5
killed
minute
it already.
timer
Oh no!
to see if the chair has 2 beat the score.
Yeah, you can see right here that the real final boss of East 1 is the woman NPC.
So Sarah, to explain what's going on here, Chair is specifically scrolling the screen to a very specific location. Chair will push it down here, then move up, then move over, push it here, then move this way, try to dodge the woman, go inside, do a very specific order in the menu
Oh,
to
is this
skip
it?
to the credits.
Oh, wait, that was it!
No way! 23-23? No, 23-23! Was that a perfect run?
No, it wasn't. I had to slightly dodge the woman, but that was PB.
No way! Chair! If that's accurate enough, that would put you like 29th place.
Oh,
That would move you up a few slots, a few places actually.
oh, this is so good. Oh gosh.
Wow,
Yeah,
Chair
we-
PB'd right here. My goodness, that was just beating that. That was a PB. The answer is yes. It's time to complete that prediction. This is the first time Chair is PB'd in the wheelchair PB section, and Chair did it like under a minute and a half. That is amazing. That
remember
is
last
phenomenal.
time? I keep losing to the woman last time we did this.
Do you want to try to PB again, Chair? We got the time. We got some time on the clock.
Oh,
You want to
yeah.
go for it? You want to go for it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Oh, here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, we got the wrong word.
Oh, you hear the claps in that song? I love it. I love it in the Tower Shadow of Death or whatever it's called. That's Danny's favorite song.
It is a good song. My favorite East One song is Dreaming.
What's my favorite East 1 song? I mean, my favorite East 2 song is Subterranean Canal, obviously. That's my favorite.
Mine's Campanile Lane.
Interesting.
Don't you hate it when you go to a store and you got teleported to a dungeon?
That's my least favorite thing.
Happens. Has this ever happened to you?
Oh, it just froze.
Oh, Jackie says, hit the reset chair! Oh my god, it's loud. Hit the reset. Oh my god.
3%.
Oh my god. Winter is firing off saying the favorite East 1 song should be Holders of Power.
Oh no. No, no, no.
I really love the song leading up to fighting Dark Pact. Personally, I'm a big fan of that one. I forget the name of it.
Something
Nice.
of the dark.
Palace of Destruction. Ooh.
Oh,
Did we get it? Did we get it?
Mm,
wait!
Did you time it right?
I did not time it right. The first note where it goes like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, that's when it is. But because I thought like the game froze or something, because like usually I would know if I could do it because you hear that static sound. So I'm like, did I get it or not?
So do you think that might have been an even better time than before?
I think so, actually.
Wow.
I feel like that was an early 23.
So there is potential for a double PB tonight.
What happened this time? How come last time we couldn't do it?
Well, obviously it's because Sarah's here, and the power of East flowed through you.
Oh yeah, that's actually right. Listen, everyone. If you have something to fight for, you will win.
Wait, you want to fight for Sarah?
Yeah, remember I said this is the seduction technique to show off my skills to an person in development.
Well, Sarah, do you feel seduced to talk about development with Chair now?
Yes, we'll talk about development, I'm sure.
All right, let's move back over here. Excuse me, everyone. Woo! Let's teleport back over here. Chair sometimes does not understand how the word seduce is used in English.
Apparently not.
I mean, I think Chair's figured it out, but Chair just keeps doing it anyway.
What? Would you rather me say it's seduce or entice?
I don't know why, but for some reason that still sounds bad, even though entice is less suggestive.
At least you didn't say something like lure.
Lure?
Lure. Entice is less sus, that's definitely true. But basically Chair uses the word seduce in place of convince. You can pretty much assume if Chair says seduce, they meant convince.
I think this was a deadly curse put upon me when like high school English class where it's like gotta practice these vocab words and every time we get a new set of words I just use it on my normal conversations in the most out of context way.
Like, technically this is correct, but
You've been cursed by the grammar wizards.
Actually, Sarah, do you have any do you have a contract rate for localization? If someone wanted to contract you?
I don't think I can discuss that on the air.
Okay, that's fine because I kind of want to contract you to localize Chair so we can understand what the hell Chair's saying. I think the viewers might be able to understand that better. Do you
5,000.
Do you 5,000? Well, I guess I should ask first. Do you speak bottom?
Well, I don't speak bottom.
I happen to be fluent in multiple languages, yes.
Very nice, very nice. We could work with you then and try to figure out what the hell Chair's saying. So, Chair, I believe there were some things you wanted to ask Sarah about with development and whatnot. And localization programming, right?
Oh, yeah. All right, listen.
Yes?
I forgot everything. Listen. My mind right now is East 1 speedrunning and trying to remember.
I was waiting for it. As soon as Jim said listen, I was like, Chair is about to go dead silent and then forget. Chair is either about to disconnect or completely forget everything they were going to say. Oh my god. Alright, well, Sarah, why don't you, perhaps we'll jog Chair's memory in some way. I'm gonna hit you with this. What was your favorite game to work on from a back-end, perspective?
Favorite game to work on? Ooh. That is a hell of a question. I'm gonna go with Ys Origin.
Really? Ys Origin is probably my second favorite, and if not, well, you know, sometimes I want to say Ys Origin's my favorite Ys game, but I feel weird saying that and not 1 and 2 for the TurboGrafx, and it's like, What was your role on Ys Origin?
I was the localization programmer. I handled all of the programming on the English version of the game. Steam,
nice.
GOG, all that too.
Fantastic. What would you say is okay, first of all, why was that your favorite to work on?
It was a very well-coded game that I didn't really have to fuss with that much. It was very cooperative, and like, I know that's a very basic reason, but
Well,
honestly, don't take it for granted when you get a fairly easy job, guys.
that's fantastic.
Because, you know, I had to work on games like Corpse Party, which ended up getting recoded from Hot Soup Processor into C++. And there were all the crazy bugs that happened while I was working on the Trails in the Sky games that are documented on the blog, the XSEED blog. Like, I've had a lot of whoppers, but Ys Origin was a really smooth game to work on.
That's fantastic. So, Unika Tova, best girl?
Oh, Fina.
Oh, I was
But
about to
seriously,
say.
only in Origin.
I was about to say you're gonna say Fina, aren't you? Whatever. Unika's best girl. That is the smile that will smash
was-
anything in its way.
If it were all of Ys, I would say Lilia, actually.
Interesting. Does that make you a fan of the ending of Ys 4 for the TurboGrafx?
That
Dawn of Ys?
ending is a thing that exists.
What? Do you not like that one?
I mean, I don't mind the ship, it just feels kind of forced.
Well, what we do know is that Falcom made that game non-canon because, according to Falcom, Adol doesn't fuck.
That game was never canon. The SNES one used to be canon.
Oh, really? I thought neither was.
The PC Engine ones were never considered canon because they had already modified the death of Sarah the Fortune Teller.
Oh, that's true, huh? Yeah, it's true. I mean, I kind of like that she survives. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Well, she's a good character. I like that she survives, but it's not what they wrote. Original intentions matter.
Well, we prefer you being alive too, don't we?
I didn't foresee that you would say that.
Well, I have to make that joke at least once, right? Woody's character that shares the name with you.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't like Salsetta. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like Salsetta. Memories of Salsetta. I have fun playing it. I don't like that story. I like it.
They really disconnected it from Ys 1 and 2.
Like, completely divorced it. And
I suppose I can't really say my opinion otherwise, though.
yeah, I guess you can't. I'll just say it at you. Okay, so I like the fact that they tied in different things with the elements with the characters that they introduced to Ys Origin, the Darklings, or whatever the name was for them. I enjoyed the fact they were trying to connect that, but how they completely revamped the story of Ys 4 to make it some completely different thing that removes the gravity of the decisions of And what's his name shouldn't have just been a ripoff of Dogi.
Yeah, they should have just put Dogi in there.
Meh.
But
Meh.
every single game since Ys 7 just has a rip-off Dogi in it, so...
Yeah, why do we get rip-off Dogis, not just Dogi? Goodness. We don't get to play as Hot Dogi in Ys 8. What the hell is up with that?
Yeah, like, you'd think that Adol's boyfriend would be a main character in all of them.
Exactly! He's right there. I mean, come on. They're together, right? We all figured this out, right?
It's obvious.
Listen, I think this just shows that Bros overalls. Yeah, they're best friends.
Yes, and Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune are cousins.
Yeah.
So, Cher,
Yeah.
you may not have an opinion on the best girl in Ys, but I'm sure you have an opinion on the worst girl in Ys.
Oh yeah, it's the woman blocking my way in East 1.
Blocking the speedruns. I kind of love it. There's actually an RNG element to that speedrun, even when it's only like 24 seconds. Like, there's actually a thing you have to react to try to like get the timing in there and then the menuing. It really is like a condensed speedrun in one. It's interesting. I like that. Oh my goodness. So, what got you into localizing those, Sarah? Like let's go way freaking back. How did all this start?
Well, that's a real tough one. Back in the 90s, I discovered emulation, right? So I was like, hey, cool, there's all these SNES games that I've never played, and suddenly I can play them on my computer. Please buy games legally. So I was playing games like Final Fantasy V that obviously had not been released here, and you know, that had a fan translation. There was also the Sailor Moon RPG, Another Story. Stuff like that just got me really interested in these games that I had never in my life played and couldn't have. And I started playing games just straight up in Japanese because there were so many things I hadn't heard of, and I was just like, ooh, what's this Princess Maker game? What's this Super Robot Tyson
Princess
game?
Maker!
And I got super into those series among some others, and Another Story is a great game, honestly. It's just kind of a janky version of Princess Maker 2, but it's great. Anyway, what I was gonna say here is, by playing Japanese games all the time, I kind of just started picking stuff up. I started learning Japanese from playing it. Like, you know, I would learn what all these menu options actually meant. I would start to understand these item names. I picked up things gradually until I was like, wait a second, I actually understand some of these words. Maybe I should start learning properly. So I took it upon myself to learn further, and that just got me interested from way back when in the world of games that I couldn't have played if I had only known English. And eventually, in the mid-2000s, I worked on a fan translation of a game called Suguri. You know, like the character from 100% Orange Juice, for example.
Wait, did you say Suguri?
Yes.
Oh, that's so sick! That's so sick. You're my cool list now.
Oh, so I wasn't yet.
Oh, called out, Chair.
So anyway, I worked on the fan translation of that game and its sequel, Acceleration of Suguri. And
what's this I see in
think I
chat?
heard
You
my roommate
cosplayed
laughing.
Suguri once?
I actually did. I did
What?
at a tournament.
Did
Anyway.
was your zipper huge too?
It was a reasonable size,
Oh.
unfortunately. So what I'm gonna say here is, like, because I had fan translated those games, it turned out there was a company that was going to bring those games over officially in the West because they were pursuing all these Japanese indie games. And they were like, hey, there's a translation already here. Why don't we just approach this girl about it and see if she'll work for us? And that was my entry into the industry. I ended
Wow.
up providing them the translation, and then I worked on the actual programming for inserting the translation and everything too. And I was with them for a few years before I started working with XSEED. Well, like 2 or 3 years, but semantics there.
That's such a fantastic way to get into it. Like, it just feels like such a natural progression. It's an interesting way that you actually learned Japanese and then got into actually doing fan stuff and then got into the industry and then, you know.
Yeah, the way I learned programming was equally kind of silly. Like,
Really?
I I was at home all the time on my PC, and I would just try whatever games I could because I had the internet. And along came Furcadia. Now, I'm not a furry. No offense to furries, and yes, I know I have these ears. Hush.
But
But in Furcadia, you can make your own maps, right? And they use this scripting language called Dragonspeak. And I started getting really heavy into designing maps for Furcadia when I was a little kid. And Dragonspeak is actually like very basic form of programming, and that was my introduction to that kind of thing. And I would go on to mess around with games like Grail, the Zelda clone, which also had a scripting language and stuff like that, and worked my way up until I was working on private MMO server code. And yeah, it was also a very interesting progression, I think.
Huh. Man, it's kind of interesting how, like, just self-taught you tend to be for, like, both these things and just kind of merge together.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say how it, like, merged together to become one thing that you ended up doing.
Yeah. Well, the reason that I ended up learning so much stuff on my own is I was pretty much constantly sick as a kid, and I was sent home from school more often than not if I managed to go to school at all. So I was constantly at home with not a whole lot to do, but I was still interested in learning, so I just did whatever I could do, and it worked out somehow, I guess.
Well, it's amazing that something, great came from that you were able to utilize your time during that and really make something of it. It's something I struggle with. If I'm sick, when I get like my migraines consistently, and in the past when I've been down on things, I've not really been able to make that time into something as great as I would have liked, I think. So I always admire other people who can turn that around and really make something with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these days my time management isn't so great, but as a kid, it felt like I had years of time every day.
That's very true. I remember that. It's as if it was totally yesterday, because I'm not old, right?
I remember it like it was... When was it again?
There's a few decades involved in there. Don't worry about it.
Decades? Really? What's a decade again?
I meant days.
Days.
That was the D word I meant to say. Days.
Ah, yes, Voxandra and the D word.
Listen. That was...
Listen count goes up.
That was yeeted years ago. All right, so we have more to talk about, but Chair and I have some unfinished business over here that we have to attend to. Don't we, Chair?
Yeah.
That's right. We have a salty session that we have to get into. Cut the music. Sarah, would you be so kind as to commentate our salty session this week?
Oh, heck yeah.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, let us head over to the Wheel of the Salty Session. This is where Chair G Tables and I must compete head to head in a competition that is not decided by Chair or I. Oh no, that is decided by the great Wheel of the Salty Session. Chair, what is on our wheel this week?
Well, listen, it seems like a lot of you guys want to see Magical Drop 3 again. Well, listen, if this doesn't get chosen, I'm going to grind this next week. So I can at least do something.
Magical drop.
One of our executive gamers over patreon.com/Voxandra keeps picking Magical Drop every single time after it gets picked and keeps putting it back on the board. I'm sorry, Chair. I know I usually kick your ass in it, but they keep putting it on. However, Chair, the next game on the wheel is what the other executive gamer put on.
Oh, yeah, that's the Ultra Fight the Kianta too.
And I think you have the advantage in that one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Until I try to frame trap you, and then you just press the super button and you explode.
I love exploding.
And then
Oh
there's also Melty Blood Type Lumina. Whoa. I haven't touched that game in a while. Actually, I've been playing Project Justice because
I've been trying to learn some things.
Yeah, like like the Naomi games in Fightcade, they're getting better, and
Hell
that's why we now have Capcom versus SNK 2.
Millionaire Fighting 2001.
Yeah, you remember last time when we played it, and you're like, I kind of feel like I'm dropping some inputs. Well, listen, I tried it on Fightcade, and I'm like, wait, actually, this feels a bit smoother, actually. I'm dropping less. And I thought it was just me last time, but I guess it was just the lag-based connection then.
I don't think I set it up on Fightcade.
Don't worry about it. You got me. And we will set this up in 60 seconds. That's like 3 East 1 speedruns.
What's the final game on our wheelchair?
Oh yeah, and of course the final one, Rockin' Ball. Or you guys already know what it is. It's Family Pinball.
Oh right, gamers and gentlemen, this is gonna be fantastic. Wonderful games on the wheel. Again, executive gamers can help choose what is on this wheel at patreon.com/Voxandra. Sarah, is there any game you are hoping this lands on, even though we already know what you're about to say?
I'm hoping that it lands on Family Pinball.
Really? Not Magical Drop 3?
I mean, Magical Drop. I mean,
Oh,
Family
okay.
Pinball. I mean, look, they both have balls,
she's
okay?
Conflicted. They both got balls. All right, everyone. It is time to figure out what the hell is going to happen this week. You know what to say. Say it with me. God bless the wheel. Here we go. Wait, I hit the button. Go! I remembered the volume this time. I remembered the volume this week, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still sorry about last week.
What do you mean? That felt good last week.
Oh, it's Rockin' Ball Family Pinball. I really thought it was going to be Magical Drop 3 again. I was going to feel so freaking bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, gamers. We are going to go set up the game, and we'll be right back right after this commercial break.
These messages.
Hey! Hey you! Over here! Hey there, it's me, Tito! You ever heard of this cool game called Super Lead Chop Double Laser? The game where you can do all sorts of cool things, like an awesome ability where you can absorb enemy bullets. And then you can use the bullets you absorb as your own. In addition to that, you can shoot to the beat of the song. Your attacks will be much stronger! Destruction!
Oh my gosh, I didn't know I could do that.
What do you mean? Have you been listening to everything your super cool uncle taught you?
I thought I can just reflect bullets.
No, you cheesehead! There's a lot of things you can do with that shine. You can absorb, reflect, cancel your OP special move while maintaining your momentum.
So I can wave shine?
Yeah, just like wave shining. So prepare your wallets, because for the cost of $1 fast food burger, all of this intense action could be yours. Only here at Super Lead Chop Double Laser.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Vox Off Show. We are here at the Salty Session. Get this timer out of here. We have Rockin' Ball Family Pinball. It's Rockin' Ball in America, game I grew up with. Family Pinball in Japanese. This is a head-to-head pinball game, which is very, very exciting.
Oh, it's the best.
All right, chair. What do you think they want to see? Do they want to see
Sports.
sports? You're thinking sports, not attack and thunder or whatever?
Oh, okay. Maybe I was speaking for myself.
Maybe you're speaking for yourself. You're feeling excited about sports?
Yeah.
You know what? What boards were over here? Bomber, thunder. I think attack was the good one, right?
Yeah, attack was a cool one.
What was bomber?
Um.
Let's just take a look real
Oh.
quick. Oh, bomb's this one.
I don't think we ever played this one.
Yeah, I don't think we ever did bomber. Should we do a 3 out of 5 bomber?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
All right. What button do I press here? Is it F3?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do 3 out of 5 bomber, everyone. I, of course, will pick whoever has purple hair.
Momo.
Oh, I will choose girl.
Girl. So I believe this is a 3 out of 5 is a 7-set match, right? No, that's 4. Right, 5. 5-set match.
I guess, yeah.
5-set match.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
do this, gamers. All right, I'm on the pig side here. Here we go. And do I remember the buttons? I do. Let's go. I had to check first. This is an interesting head-to-head pinball game. Woo! Got him.
Oh, it just.
And
All
Voxandra
right.
off to a strong start.
Are you kidding?
Chair, come on,
Please.
you gotta wake up.
No,
Chair is getting destroyed.
Can I? There. Oh, there.
The flipper just kind of flying around.
Yeah, you can move the flippers up and down
I see.
to go on the attack on the other side.
There
Wait,
we
where'd mine
go.
go? Wait, where'd my flippers go?
Straight
Oh,
down the
I
middle.
turned invisible! I thought they were gone!
Oh, no. Is
thought
this
my flippers
emulator
were
bug or an actual game bug?
I might have been a gameplay thing. It might have purposely made them invisible. Oh no. Oh no. Invisible flipper got me messed up now.
Select
Go away.
yourselves.
Scared now?
Oh, oh no!
Oh, there we go. Woo!
No,
Alright, first game goes to me.
Oh my gosh, he does the bottom pose.
Chair, you better put on your serious gamer face.
I
I
always.
shook it out of there.
I'm the. Oh.
That almost freaked me out. That almost got me. No, come on. There we go. Yeah, you shook it. I shook it. I
Straight
shook it
past
in.
that.
Are you
I
kidding
shook
me?
it in. Let's go. Shake, 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 shake.
Shake, shake.
Got
I
him.
mean, oh my god.
Not only is versus pinball a thing,
Wait, shut up.
there is a real life versus pinball table. Only one though.
Really? That's awesome.
Yes, there is.
What's it called?
Gosh, normally I would know this right off the top of my head, but I forgot. But yeah, there is exactly one versus pinball table that exists in real life, and it's pretty darn rare nowadays.
You're telling me no one ever made another one?
Oddly enough, no.
So it plays like
Aw.
this? It plays like.
Yeah.
How is this happening?
Timing
Look-
on my shake.
You know what? I think I used all my RNG from the East run. Oh,
Right. I think it's called Joust.
are you kidding me? Are you kidding? What happened?
Share.
Li-
Chair, what the hell just happened? Usually our pinball games are close.
They keep slipping.
I've never been able to tilt you that badly. For those who don't know, you can hit a button to tilt the table and shake it now and then. Chair, do you know how to shake it?
No.
It's
How
just...
do I shake?
All right, Chair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the left button is to move the left flipper, right?
Yeah.
And then what moves the right flipper?
The buttons.
Okay. Which button?
The A button.
How many buttons are in an NES controller?
Oh.
Of all the controllers that you didn't know what to press on, it was the one with 2 buttons.
Listen, at least it's not as bad as, the Elmo's number journey speedrun, where I chose the number 6 instead of 9. And
Nice.
that is nice, isn't it? All right, everyone. Well, I wasn't expecting to just wash chair and pinball like this, but I guess that just happened. Hey, chair. Hey, chair.
Yeah. Yes.
GG's. It's okay. Sooner or later, it'll pick Melty Blood, then he can kick my ass, and then I'll get all salty again. And I'll get all salty and upset in my own stream.
I'll just take the W with the speedruns thing.
You know what, chair? That's a way bigger W than my W here, I have to say. That's a way bigger one. Getting a PB on that. All right, everyone. We'll be right back with more interview after a word from our sponsor.
Oh my gosh. Game development takes up so much time. I wish I didn't have to sleep so I can keep working on Hazuki's Eyes even more and finish it faster. Imagine all the time I can spend on money matches.
Wait, I know! Time for some X Chicken! Chicken nuggets that give you maximum energy! I have so much energy now that I don't even need sleep! And I can do game dev so much fast!
Chair, I had some X chicken today.
Yeah, did you like the X Chicken?
I did what I always do now. Ever since Martyr was on the show, I mixed the barbecue sauce with the ranch and I dipped my nuggies in that.
Wait a second. Listen, I keep forgetting to ask you, but
Okay.
How was Zaxby's chicken?
We forgot to talk about the Zaxby's. No, I thought we talked about the Zaxby's. We didn't talk about the Zaxby's chicken?
No, we didn't.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
reference.
like you showed me a picture, and then that was like at the middle of my work hours, and I forgot.
Oh yeah, that happens to me.
Oops.
So Sarah, Dot Phase, who is someone who sometimes is a second co-host on our show, who comes on sometimes, raves about Zaxby's sauce. It's a chicken fast food place that has this like sauce. They can get it tossed in, and he loves it and he hyped it up. And I visited a friend in Georgia recently, and I got myself some Zaxby's. And the Zaxby sauce, I felt that Dot Phase overhyped it a little bit.
What are you?
dear.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Then tell me what's the better chicken place then.
So I still enjoyed it. I just felt it was a little overhyped. I went a second time to be sure. I got the spicy Zaxby sauce, and I like that a little better. Then I got their other spicy sauce, which was good, but it was like your typical vinegary, spicy type sauce or whatnot. And I actually enjoyed the crinkle cut fries. They had good seasoning, and I just slathered them in sauce, and that made them good. Plus, it came with Texas toast and coleslaw. I actually like that. I liked that combo. I enjoyed it enough. I just felt the sauce was a bit overhyped. You know, I mean, Popeyes I still think is amazing, but the Popeyes line was always like an hour, so I'm like, yo, fuck that.
Is there a Zaxby's near MagFest?
I don't know.
I need to experience it myself. I'm the one that can give the conclusive answer on which chicken sauce is the best.
We need you to have Zaxby's, and we need me to have Cane's.
Wait, you never had Cane's?
I've never had Cane's.
Oh my gosh!
I feel like people always swear by their local chains. Which, by the way, come up to Buffalo and eat buffalo wings at the Anchor Bar.
Wait, what?
I'll do that. Yo, let's go. I'd gladly
Are we
do
just
that.
gonna trade places on where we live and experience the chicken somewhere place?
Get in the car chair. We're going to Sarah's place. Well, that just logistically wouldn't make sense. All right, okay, chair, first you drive across the country, and then... That wouldn't make any sense at all. Oh my goodness. Sarah, what's your favorite sauce?
Ketchup.
You know what? I'll respect it. I'll respect it. I mean, all the spicy sauces, you know, a lot of spicy sauces, I gotta tell you, are just like a vinegary mess. You know? Sometimes they're just, not all that great. You know what is great? Your comfortable streams over at twitch.tv/Saralene. Tell me, Sarah, what got you into streaming? When did that all start?
Well, back in the day, there was this service called Livestream with their program Procaster that made it very easy to stream, and I just thought about how there were always all these games that I couldn't share with my friends, couldn't show them to my friends, and Procaster made that easy, and I just did that for a while, and it felt really fun being able to show off new things to everyone that way. And eventually that moved over to Twitch for me after Livestream went under and all of my friends had basically moved over here anyway. So pretty simple beginnings, really.
That's awesome. And I believe it is very recent that you've become a VTuber.
Yep, it was just earlier this week.
So I'm guessing you just saw VTubing and said, yes, that. I want to do that.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Whoa.
It is quite a lot of fun. I'm excited that we got to have you on here as a VTuber.
Yeah, Listen, it's the best. It's the best because, like, you know, there are times where I want to pick my nose and, you know, no one has to see that.
I didn't know that, Cher. You're just picking your nose on my show.
Now we know what Cher's doing most of the time.
Yeah, I had my suspicions, but, you know. So, isn't this actually your second appearance in VTuber form?
That is correct.
Your second appearance is here at twitch.tv/Voxandra and the Vox Off Show?
It certainly is. It is indeed on twitch.tv/Voxandra on the Vox Off Show.
Wow, Chair, look how special we are.
I can't believe this
honored?
is all happening in twitch.tv/Voxandra.
I heard that twitch.tv/Voxandra is your #1 source for me, Voxandra. Is this true?
Yeah. Yes, it definitely is. Only at twitch.tv/Voxandra.
9 out of 10 Voxandras agree.
Wait, there's 10 Voxandras? What the fuck? People can barely handle one of me. What the hell? I don't know if we can handle 2 of me. Oh man. So what are you looking to stream coming up now in your new VTuberdom?
Well, I still gotta finish Echo 2 because that's what I started, but after that I'm looking at some more Zelda randomizer runs.
What did you just say?
I could stream Live Alive, but I've just been taking in a stream of Live Alive just recently by one of my other friends. So also I'm going to be sometime before the year is over doing a 24-hour stream for Extra Life because I didn't manage to do it on game day this year. I was not in great shape, I guess. I really like doing charity streams.
I remember your last one was the Sonic one, wasn't it?
I had a 24-hour stream last year too, but before that, I did an entire Sonic charity marathon during March and April of last year.
Okay.
Yes,
Ooh,
it was a lot of
dying over here.
work.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Interesting. What was your last 24-hour one? Sorry, I was just dying there for a moment, apparently.
It happens. I was just playing a bunch of different random games, actually, that mostly stuff that had been suggested to me or that I had put on a list, because, you don't want to play a single game for 24 hours, usually.
Usually.
One of the standouts for me was Rockman 3 Claw, a ROM hack.
Oh. What's the claw
Oh.
one?
They basically changed a lot of things about all of the bosses' attributes and how they moved around and stuff, and the entire stage design is different. Also, the music is from a variety of different things. Like, there's even a couple songs from Super Robot Wars in there for some reason.
How
But
many
in
Saga
general,
songs
the-
were in there?
I don't think there were any, but I'm sure there's hacks that have them.
Oh, see, Rebel Winter and I joke all the time because, like, every time she finds a new Mega Man ROM hack, there's always, like, at least 2 Saga songs in there. It's crazy.
That
There's
makes sense.
there's always a ridiculous number in them. It's very, very common, which, I mean,
I
makes
feel
sense
like
to me.
Rockman 2 Claw might have had one.
Ah. Oh, Winter's now telling me in chat, I played Rockman 2 Claw, apparently. I forgot. I played a bunch of ROM hacks once, and I kind of forgot some of them.
And yeah, 3 Claw had a lot of interesting music. It had some Super Robot Wars music, and it had a song from Macross Plus that I love. And yeah.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, but the best Mega Man 2 version, have you played it yet, Vox? Mega Mem 2 on Steam?
That's right, you did give me Mega Man 2 on Steam. I do need to find time to play that at some point. That would be pretty funny. If you look at the art on it on the page for it, it looks absolutely ridiculous. It looks like something ridiculously goofy. But I still think, I don't know, my favorite Mega Man game, I usually say it's Mega Man X2. It might actually be Mega Man Sprite game. Mega Man Sprite Comic, the game.
I forgot that existed! Oh my gosh.
Mine is ZX.
ZX. Oh, I've never played a ZX.
Oh.
Not the biggest fan of the Zero series.
Oh, Zero series.
Got some
ZX
things to
is
say.
kind of different. It's Metroidvania-y. Hardly anyone ever says that ZX is their favorite, but it is unabashedly mine. I love the music, the setting, just all of it. I don't really like the sequel, though.
Perhaps I will have to check it out at some
Yeah.
point.
And yes, I
but,
guess you can call it Z-Cross, but why would you?
but don't forget to check out Mega Man X Math Tornado.
Math Tornado! Oh my god. Sarah, are you familiar with these?
No.
Maple
Sarah?
got it working. Listen, we took
No,
forever.
chair. Step 1. What is this game you're talking about?
Oh, okay,
I
listen.
have to guide chair sometimes. It's okay.
Okay, so Mega Man X Math Tornado is a math game. It's a math game that was available for, I think, Windows 98 or something like that. Because listen, we tried this on like virtual, in virtual machine Windows XP. It still couldn't run. It runs too fast. We tried putting the RAM down to even just 500 megabytes, and the game still runs too fast.
So were these games like officially licensed?
Which,
Yes, they are officially licensed, and you get to hear Mega Man. Listen, there's two first times in the whole entire Mega Man X series in this canon. Is it canon? Well, it's officially licensed. Listen, this is the only Mega Man X game where he removes his helmet, and you get to see his handsome spiky hair, and then this is where you get to hear Mega Man X's Chinese voice.
So, Sarah,
Oh,
for me to translate what Chair just exhaled out, they are Chinese games officially licensed that are basically what you would imagine a Windows 95 Mega Man themed game would be. That's a math game. There's like math
Right,
equations,
of
and you have to like
course.
dodge the enemies that are the wrong answer and stuff.
Somehow, I'm just now thinking of this DOS game that calls itself Landgrisser 2, but for some reason it's a shoot 'em up that uses sprites from Der Landgrisser. Anyway, I wanted to ask, what VM were you running it in?
I'm not sure what Maple did for that.
I would
Let's
suggest using PCM for something like that.
I guess, yeah. I guess
Write
we
that
could
down,
have done.
Maple.
we just ran that FPS limiter. Oh, and then the best part is this game is so easily moddable because all the sound files are available right at the folders.
No.
So we got all of them, and we were like, what if we change the Tunnel Rhino theme into Soulja Boy? And with the game like messing up, he was like, Soulja Boy, I'm in it. It's like slowly trying to catch up. And then you know, like all the files are there, so we were like just changing the sprites, and like we're like, yeah, this is Tunnel Rhinos. Oh yeah, and if you get the answer wrong, Tunnel Rhino comes out of the ground and stabs you.
Oh, just like in real life.
Yeah.
It's true. Gotta watch out for Tunnel Rhino.
Yeah.
Tunnel Rhino takes math very seriously.
Yeah, it's math. It's gotta be serious, and of course, Sigma is the final boss. You know, he's the
Teaching you some sigma equations.
Yeah.
My God. I'm so cursed. So, I had something I was going to ask you, but now I have completely forgotten after Chair just went on this tirade
No.
about Mega Man X Math Tornado.
Math Tornado.
Oh my God. Oh, all right.
Which
Well,
virtual machine again? PC what?
I think she was just
PCM.
typing in chat right
PCM.
now. There we
okay.
go.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I had some other questions here for you about like localizing and whatnot. Now it just feels off topic after that, Chair.
Oh.
So I asked you what your favorite game to work on was, and I was gonna say like what was the most difficult game to work on?
Corpse Party.
Corpse Party.
Oh yeah, because
Corpse
you
Party.
said you had to change it to C++. Yeah.
Right.
Corpse Party was programmed in a language called Hot Soup Processor.
Hot
it's
soup?
something that they were. It's something that was freely released in Japanese, only Japanese, and they were teaching it in some Japanese schools. So some indies were using it for quite a while. Like Platine Dispositif also used it for stuff like Gundamonium at first, and yeah, it's like the bastard child of BASIC and Java.
Interesting.
Oh wow.
You just had a
And yeah, so I saw that and I was like, okay, how are we going to implement Steamworks with this? And like, I could have done it with some sort of extension or plugin, but
It's a Japanese only thing.
a Hot Soup Processor is a nightmare. The performance was terrible even, and it doesn't even run on every system. Like, it's... there are no words.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Like, the game is well made, but Hot Soup Processor, like, oof.
Wait, so you basically ported the whole entire game at this point, didn't you?
Yes, the entire game was ported. And later I worked on another port of it. Earlier this year we released Corpse Party 2021,
Oh.
which was made in Unity.
Would I like Corpse Party?
Hmm.
Let me just look this up.
I think you would like some parts of it, and some
Wait.
parts you wouldn't.
Corpse Party is
the-
a survival horror. Well, I'm out.
Yeah, yeah, I was about to say,
Let me-
Vox is gonna finally play a horror game.
Well, I'm out. Hey, I
Let
played
me-
Silent Hill too.
Let me explain. Corpse Party is a very different kind of horror than things that you normally encounter. Like, there's really basically no jump scares. There might be one or two in the sequels, but there's basically no jump scares. And you are walking around in RPG style, solving things in an almost adventure game sort of format. And it's really cool. Like, it started as an RPG Maker game made on the PC 98.
Oh wow.
And
Oh
it
god,
won
she's
a
missing an eye.
contest for best game, basically, made in RPG Maker. And it really is very, very good. Like, there is a free version of the original that was made in RPG Maker available in English. I could toss it at you later.
Perhaps. Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll be too scared, but maybe I'll try.
Also,
But,
it has great music. Great
Really?
PC 98 music.
Oh, that could get me on board, actually. I'm kind of like Chair with that. Like, if Chair hears great music, Chair wants to play a game.
Yeah.
So I got let's see, a few more things I want to ask before the Q&A. Do you have any involvement with Senran Kagura? XSEED works on that, right?
Yes, they do. I have not been involved in Senran Kagura, but I wouldn't count it out. Like,
Ooh.
there are still some capacities in which I could get involved, and maybe the series isn't over, right? Nobody knows for sure. I
Is-
am not saying anything because we
Right,
don't
right.
know anything about a new one. But I just get the feeling that it's not over yet myself. That's a personal feeling.
Is there a Senran Kagura game I could stream that doesn't force me to play as a lolly?
They're all big boobs.
They're not all Chair.
Sorry, I don't understand the question. Not play as a lowly? That... Hmm.
Okay, so one of the games I played,
Hmm.
let me open my Steam right now. I actually own quite a few of these and I've like barely played them.
I'm sorry, I'm just caught up on this concept of not playing as a lowly.
Because the game
Like-
involves like exploding clothes.
But, like... Vox, I'm just messing with you.
Okay,
like, as
okay.
if the idea of not playing as a lowly is foreign.
In Senran Kagura Estival Versus, there were levels where it forced me to play as them, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, I don't really think you have much of a choice in that. Like, the closest you might get is messing around in Peach Ball, the pinball game. But...
Man, if it wasn't for that, I would totally stream Senran Kagura games, and it would be hilarious. Because I'm on board for it, just not the lolly part.
I like clothes.
I like
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah, you are dressed like you have your own fashion designer.
Oh man. Ouch. Ouch. All right.
That was
one...
a compliment.
Oh, I thought that was a Chair. Oh my goodness. Oh man. So before we get to the Q&A, where everyone out here can answer questions they have for us, I have my own question for you. Well, I've already had a bunch of questions, but one more. What's your favorite Saga game?
Romancing Saga 3.
Ooh, good choice. That's a solid choice. I respect that. Favorite character? Favorite main character to play as?
Ellen.
Ah, I was about to say it. I was going to say it's Ellen or Katarina, but probably Ellen.
Also,
Ooh.
Did you know that in Reuniverse, I can't enter my name because for some reason, a couple of the letters, one after the other, I think it's Sa, is censored. So instead, I had to
Yeah.
put my name in as Ellen.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, sometimes I try to make some
I-
team names and like certain letter combinations they don't allow, which are like very common letter combinations, and I'm like, what the
Yeah,
hell is
like-
this?
How do you not allow Sa?
That's really weird. I don't get that.
Yeah, like I put in a ticket about it, but of course they never got back to me.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's a good, solid choice, I dare say. And Ellen, well, as everyone found out from my tier list, I happen to like Ellen quite a lot, so.
She's a great character. Her storyline in RS3 is kind of bland. Like,
Yeah.
storyline wise, I'd probably take Sarah over her, but in
Hmm.
general, Ellen.
That's a good, solid choice. I like Katarina's story a lot.
Yeah,
Got a really
that's
good
fair.
opener and everything to it. Very, very solid. Especially because it's different from everyone else's, so it's kind of interesting in that way.
Yeah.
Well, let's, here we go. I think it's time where we answer the questions that you all have for us. Chair, I believe there are many questions submitted to the Q&A
Yes.
this week.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got for us?
All right. So, we gotta open it up with a question for Sarah under night in birth Linnae. Listen.
Chair's been waiting to make that joke.
What kind of things can you say about the Ease or Trail series to convince Chair to play? I did not read the whole question for this.
Well, they have awesome music.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been listening to the music for these games for, I don't know, like half a decade to a decade now, and until now I still haven't opened them. Or okay,
Oh.
I at least opened like some Ease games, and Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, and I was like, wow, this is good opening music, and I keep listening to the music like all the time, and I'm like, oh, good music. And then I still don't know what the game is about. Honestly, it's the amount of hours that scares me a little.
Well, the East games are actually incredibly short, except for the newer ones, but like the older ones, they are all very short games that can be speedrun very effectively too.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
it's
26
not very long at
seconds.
all. Trails in the Sky is a game you can eventually complete. Extremely
I
long,
There
but
is an ending.
the reason for Trails in the Sky being so long is there's an immense amount of writing, like more than you would ever encounter
I
in
know.
a game like that.
I know
Like-
Maple talks to me about this every day, and like how long this had to happen, and of course the horror stories of the localization.
Well, like the script for Trails in the Sky first chapter is longer than like 3 Wheel of Time books or something like that.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
millions of words.
The thing is, like, NPC dialogue changes after everything you do. Everybody has something to say about everything. It's that kind of situation. Like,
Hmm.
the world feels so alive because everything is constantly reacting to what's happening and what you've been doing. And, that's just very incredible. Of course, every NPC has a name. Most of them have something for you to do for them or some way you can help them. Like, it's just so alive, and that's a huge thing. And it's also highly inspired by stuff like Laputa, which I think makes for a very interesting vibe for the game, honestly.
Sounds
Um,
interesting.
As for East, though,
Yep.
like, shouldn't be intimidated by East. They are very small games compared to a lot of them, and they just in your face adrenaline gameplay in general. Like, sure, there are some times where you'll be pulled out of something for a several minute long cutscene or something, but in general, it's just nonstop blood pumping adrenaline of mowing down the enemies
Yeah.
at all the human lawnmower.
I love it. It's great.
But yeah, I really do eventually have to play an Ease game properly for once.
I'm trying to get Chair to play 1 and 2 in Origins.
Yeah. No, I have to play Origins. Listen. I have to play Origins because I feel responsible for this. Because my friends tell me, it's like, oh, what's your next game gonna be like? I'm like, oh, it's like East Origins. Like, oh, wait, how
I
does
think you
East
should play
Origin
1
play?
and 2
And then
first.
I'm just like, it plays like this, but I never played it.
We
Oh,
need
dear.
to get Chair to play 1 and 2 first, so Chair can have the lore.
Oh.
That when things happen in
Yeah.
Origins, you pog.
Yeah.
You clap and say, I remember that. I get that reference.
Well, I guess I gotta get the DS version.
Oh, son of a
No, the
bitch.
PC
Oh my
version.
god.
That's what I worked on.
Next
Friends loyalty,
question.
right?
Right here, we have the person who worked on East 1 Chrono. Next question.
Okay.
Bitch.
All right. Okay. Oh my. This one's for me, and cause Sarah helped localize tits. Trails in the sky. That's the acronym for it. When's Trails up Maple? Seduce my office to give me a 2-month vacation and I'll play it.
Oh my goodness. That's right. If Chair's gonna play with tits, Chair needs at least 2 months to do it.
Well, I can't blame anyone for that.
Yeah.
That's the match. I really do want to play it. I really do want to play it though. I really do. Like,
It's out there every night. That's
it's cute game. It's cute game. It's important research. And then like I will never forget the day I first found out about Trails in the Sky, and it was through Salty Bets.
wow.
That's a weird
Yeah,
place to run into that.
Yeah, listen. It was Salty Bets. I was just I was just playing that in the background as I was doing something, and then I'm like, good music. What is this? And then someone in chat said, "Trails in the Sky, sophisticated fight." I'm like, what? And then my fate got sealed at that moment.
Your fate
Well,
is
you're
sealed.
just
You
gonna
have no
to
choice.
seduce your office to get time off.
Oh my goodness.
All right. The next question is for all of us, and it says right here: does East 5 Lost Kevin have any redeeming qualities or reasons to play it?
Sarah, I want to hear what you have to say first, because I already know what I'm gonna say.
It was the progenitor of Oath and Felghana, Ark of Nepishtim, etc. type gameplay. I think that is a huge thing.
I think East 5 is fun to play, even though it's very different than the ones that came before it. I think the sprite of Adol is very weird, and I think that's my biggest gripe with it. But it has the feel and mood of the story, I personally feel, is in line with the stories before it. Would you say so?
Yeah, that's fair, and the characters are all interesting, some of which went on to return. The odd thing about East 5 is just how Western it feels. Like, the sprite work and
Yeah.
everything feels like a Western-made game, and you've got this faux orchestral soundtrack instead of the usual. Like, that's the thing that drags it down, I think, but that's the thing that drags it down, so...
It looks like... The thing I commented on when I played it was like, it looks like an AI spit out it used an algorithm to spit out a Super Nintendo 90s JRPG. I'm sorry, action RPG. Like, you put in action RPG 90s, go, and like that's what it spat out, then slap the name East 5 on it.
You
And
forgot top
almost what it
down,
feels
but yeah,
like,
basically.
It's very odd like that. And I joked, like, when you got to the ending screen and then it finally showed an image that it was very obviously Adol with like a background and everything, I was just like, finally it looks like an East game at the very last screen.
Like, gasp, that was Adol all along.
Can't believe it. But the story feels like an East game. And I had fun playing it, so, you know. I still enjoyed it. If you took the Super Nintendo one and just, like you said, redid the music and sprites, you'd be like, yeah, it's a NES game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you just reskin it and give it different music, and everybody would understand it.
Yeah. Except don't look at the PS2 whatever remake of it, whatever that doesn't exist.
Don't look at those in general.
Yeah,
They
I
have some
will.
interesting
they
traits,
don't
but
exist. They
Well, thank you for letting me know. Now I have the choice.
I'm gonna drop kick chair.
All right. Next question here. This is for all of us again, and the question is, what is everyone's fourth favorite ice cream flavor?
Fourth?
Yeah.
Aw. I don't know, Oreo?
Cherry chocolate
Oreo
chip.
just. Wait, what's your first three then for that?
Strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla.
Oh, okay.
For me, it's first to three is gonna be a combination of a chocolate chip mint, a cookie dough version, and then another version that's like a chocolate version with peanut butter cups in it and like different candies in it, and then a cherry type
Oh.
one would be the fourth,
Oh.
a cherry based ice cream.
Wow.
What about you, Chair? Can you do it?
Ube? Yeah, Ube Ice Cream.
Huh. How about
Yeah,
taro
the-
ice
the-
cream?
Yeah. That's the taro one, the purple one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to try that. That sounds good.
It's good. It's sweet. I like it, but it's only number 4 because my first 3 are even sweeter. They're cookies and cream. There's also the chocolate chip ones, and then
Nice.
and then I love vanilla. Okay, I love
Understandable.
vanilla. Just like my Doge.
Oh, shut up. Next question.
Okay, let's go.
Well, the classics shouldn't be shameful.
It's true.
Oh,
It
Oh,
feels shameful when Chair talks like it's shameful, though.
Okay, whatever. Next question. You have 3 slices of pizza. One has your favorite toppings. One has
Okay.
toppings you like for a good amount,
Okay.
and yeah, one has toppings that you just kinda like. What order do you eat them for maximum enjoyment? And you have to eat all 3 as one meal.
2, 3, 1.
I can't answer this question. I've never had pizza.
Wow. Oh,
What? Whoa.
Huh. Interesting.
It's a long story.
Wait, how?
Sure.
What do you eat on those like crazy deadlines then?
I think French fries, right?
Well, yes, lots of French fries, lots of chocolate, maybe some chicken nuggets.
Yo, nugs.
Oh,
Everyone's
just
got their
surprised.
vices.
I am so surprised you haven't witnessed the power of pizza in the middle of the night.
Middle of the night. Chair, what's your order, though?
Oh, obviously, when I come in, when I see my favorite pizza, I grab number 1 always.
Ah.
And then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look at the 2 other pizzas. I'm gonna be like, oh, and of course I will grab number 2 because that's what I like. And then number 3, that's the one where it was like, might as well just eat it. And that's
Now I'm
what-
wondering if
that's-
I would do 2, 1, 3 instead of 2, 3, 1. Interesting.
Yeah, like
I think
like,
my
the
answer's
thing-
2, 1, 3.
Yeah, because like the thing is, like, if you eat the ones you don't like, by the time you get to the best one, you're kind of already feeling full, so it
That's
doesn't taste
true.
as good anymore.
That is true. Okay.
Yeah,
That's true.
that-
You've changed my mind. I'm not going to start with my favorite, but I'm going to go 2, 1, 3.
I seduced you! Oh my gosh!
Oh, shut the fuck up, Joe. What's the next fucking question?
All right, this is for all of us. Why do you yeet?
Why would you not eat?
I'm with Vox.
Satisfying.
Yeah, why not?
Got a good noise to it. It's satisfying. Sometimes you just gotta eat.
Yeah,
And if for some reason you don't understand the value of yeet, play something like Fall Guys.
Oh God.
Oh. All right. Oh, what the? All right, this is the last one, and actually, there's. I'm gonna add in a question of mine after this.
Okay.
All right. So this one says, "What is your favorite educational video game?"
Chair. I'm gonna let you take
Okay.
that one first.
My favorite one is the one that I speedrun, and it's Elmo's number. Elmo's number journey for the PS1. Listen, okay, so the N64 is better because you don't have to wait for Elmo to say we got it, or it's like great choice. You don't have to wait for that on the N64 version. But I grew up with the PS1 version, and I never would I know that like around 2 decades later, I guess, I would eventually become the world record holder for it, and I like the game. And then I didn't know that this game has like speedrun techniques like the gangster SpongeBob.
The gangster SpongeBob. What?
Remember someone that goes by the name of Gangster SpongeBob discovered the glitch
right. Okay,
where
okay.
if you open the tray during a cutscene, it skips it skips the cutscene, and then he was like
Right.
I discovered this. That's why this skip will be called the Gangster SpongeBob. I think no one listened to it, but I just went along with it. It's called the Gangster SpongeBob.
That's funny. I have a silly answer. Educational game? Intelligent Cube for the PS1.
I never.
I don't think that's actually
man.
that's not really an educational game. It's just called Intelligent
No.
Cube. I played that when I was younger quite
Oh.
a bit. I liked those Super Solvers educational games when I was young a lot. I played those a crap load. What about you, Sarah?
For me, it would be tough. Like, there's a bunch of educational games I played a lot. Invention Studio was great. There was Troggle Trouble Math was really good. And Museum Madness, which is an adventure game that happens to be an educational title.
Oh,
And has you walking around a museum, finding things that are out of place and correcting them and everything as you walk through the museum's various exhibits from different parts of history and everything.
Wait, is this actually fun? Because this kind of sounds fun.
It's fun the first time.
Oh.
nice.
Sorry, this it just doesn't sound like an ordinary educational game. This actually sounds a
Right.
bit fun.
That could be cool. How many more questions we got, Chair?
Well, I guess it's just my last one.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen. you know how like a lot of like when you translate from Japanese to English, like the English text is like, sometimes longer just because that's just how it is sometimes, right? Or is it not usually for your case?
It's definitely usually the case.
Yeah. So like when you get to those cutscenes where like the text timing to go from one text dialogue to the next one is like dependent on the timing of the action of what the cutscene is playing out. But the problem is the English text is way too long to fit on the screen as it gets translated in Japanese. Like, what's usually your best method around that?
Well, generally, I would like to actually adjust the cutscene timing and edit the script for it to make the timing long enough. When that's not an option, like say it's a full motion video or something, you would just have the English text for that line stay on screen longer so that people can understand it. Or you would try to cut it down as much as you can in editing. But outside of that, I really prefer actually editing the timing of the scenes, which I feel like a lot of people fail to do. Like, there's a lot of cases out there. Infamous ones. But, there's games like Suikoden and Tear Crease where they tried to sync up all the voice actors' lines times, and
Oh god.
everyone starts sounding like Speed Racer after a while. But
Oh god.
I just don't. I swear by actually changing the timings, definitely.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I just wanted to know because there are times when I get lazy around those situations.
Alright, sorry.
And I wanted to see if there's like a technique you used.
I got one quiz question
Well-
left for you. You ready for this?
Mhm.
Name all 6 books of East 1.
Oh. Dobby, Adol, Hova, Fact,
I think you got. I think I heard 2 correct ones in there so far.
2?
Did you say Adol was a book?
No, Hadol.
Hadol. Okay, I was confused there for a second.
Hadal.
Hadol. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, that's
Shoutouts to Adol the book.
Those are all correct. Okay. Okay. Wait, which ones did you say?
Adol the well-read.
I misheard you. I'm sorry. What were the ones you said again? All right, you said Fact. You said Hadol.
Okay.
You can do this. Come on.
So, I said Fact, I said Hadal, I said Tova, I said Dobby. There's also Gemma,
One more.
and
The one I always forget. Come on, you can do this.
Mesa.
Yes, we got. For some reason, I always like to challenge myself to see if I can remember when I'm playing the game.
Like, for some reason, I forget that one, and then I start thinking of Half-Life.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Mesa.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Or in the DOS version, the Book of Maleficus. Or the Famicom version where you fight Dark Fact twice. You have to beat his
That's
evil
fact
clone
up.
first. It's packed up. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us for the Vox Off Show this week. It has been absolute blast to have you here.
Yeah. I've always kind of wished to be on your stream, so this was great.
Well, I'd love to have
It
you
was a lot
back
of
here
fun.
sometime.
Yeah, of course. Just
I
hit
still
me
like
up.
I still like that idea about East 2 Special and you guiding me through that.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
I do want to play that. And where can everyone find you?
On twitch.tv/Saralene, or of course there's also sara.wingdreams.net for my homepage. Not much there though.
Homepage.
And yeah,
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for being on, and it was great to see you. We hope to see you again.
absolutely.
We are here at the end of the show where we say goodbye to everyone. Chair G tables, why don't you tell them what you have going on this week?
It's my birthday next Vox Off Show.
Birthday in the do you need the night off? Do you want to be here for your birthday? What's going on?
I'll be here. I'll be here. I mean, like.
So
I
you're
like hanging out
saying
with you.
you want your birthday to be you getting to help interview. Do you know Pulse? I believe is going to be our guest next week, tentatively. Scheduling
gosh.
on the Vox Off Show is always tentative, just in case emergencies come up, et cetera, et cetera. So I usually don't announce ahead of time, just in case someone gets sick or a scheduling thing happens, et cetera. Thank you everyone for joining us for the Vox Off Show. This has been absolute blast. I hope you guys enjoyed our Thursday night schedule slot here.
Yeah, I like it. I actually like it. Usually I always think of it as like it's like the end of the week checkpoint. But I think this kind of works out. That just gives me more time to dedicate myself to what I'm doing on the weekend actually. So I think
exactly. It allows me to have my full Sunday streams again and everything without like breaking it up and stuff. I think this works out very well.
Yeah.
And usually we close out with this song, which I love. But hold on. I think we got to play our new song one more time. Oh man, I love this. I love this song quite a bit. Once again, this is by Patty Pinole. You can find over here on Twitter. Link in chat over here. Is fantastic. This was wonderful, and I'm glad we have our own theme song, Chair. We're moving up on here.
Yeah, it's so good.
We're moving up on here. Hell yeah. My goodness. All right, let me take a quick little look over here. Hold on a second. All right, what we got? Shoutouts to Sir Top Hat the Third for resubbing to the channel for 3 months now. Thank you so much for the 3-month subscription. I appreciate it. Arc of Tourists also resubscribed, now at 5 months of subscribing. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for your continued support here at twitch.tv/Foxandra. And that's going to be it for us for tonight. If you want to stick around, I'll be doing some Reuniverse stuff continuing on tonight as some new content broke on it. We'll be setting that up after the show. Other than that, I'll see you guys on Saturday. And Chair, what do you got coming up this week? Any streams coming up that you're planning?
Well.
24 seconds.
No, okay. Listen, not really. Okay. Not really this week, but guys, come over to the weekend of my birthday because listen, we're going to.
You can announce that next weekend. The song's almost over. Oh no, Chair, quick, say goodnight.
Bye.
Bye. This video was brought to you by the power and the support of the mighty executive gamers, who are known as Adam Admar, Greenlow, as well as the licensed gamers who go by the names of Aaron Bunny, Gaijin, Lissa, Madam Melody. Let it also be known that these gamers, they are certified gamers. Do you also wish to become a gamer who is certified? Head on over to patreon.com/Foxandra to pledge your support today, and you can become a gamer who is certified.